Good morning. Look, it's snowing. Wasn't counting on that this morning, but hey, it'll be fine. We've got a truck going to be here in half an hour or so to pick up some irrigation pipe. So we got to get it all ready. And, yeah. I've got a bunch of fittings, 90s, 45s, that kind of stuff that it would be nice if I had a box to put them in and set it right on the truck. Crate. I think I have one of those back here. I'm going to go and look and see. Yeah, this box right here will be perfect. We'll take our trash out of there and fill it up with other stuff. All right, I'm gonna get the forklift. You think I can make it through this snow? I think we're about to get a forklift stuck. Yeah, saw that one coming. Just go faster. Oh yeah! That was fun anyway. Going back out. No problem. Alright, we're gonna shut the lights off and shut the door. We probably gotta push the snow off here. Alright, well here's a bunch of it. Got some extra gaskets. We got some risers. 45s, 90s under there, and I've got 4 of these 5-foot sections of pipe, and I got one more of them out back, and then I got a hose there for attaching to the traveler or whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna go see what else we got out back with this and put some more stuff in that crate. I knew there was a reason I kept that box. I knew it. Oh, sometimes I tell you what, guys, I tell you what. Truck driver just showed up. He's got a step deck trailer with no ramps. How am I supposed to get a trailer on a trailer with no ramps? Yeah, so we were going through the scenarios of how do we lift this trailer up, find anything we can roll it off of. Nothing. We had a plan, but there's enough pipe here that they're going to get it all on this trailer anyway, so we're going to throw all the extra stuff on and they're going to figure something else out for getting this trailer. They're just going to leave it for now. New plan, kind of. We loaded up all the stuff that's sitting on the ground there. They want all the pipe on this truck, and then they're just going to come and pull the trailer to their other location that's an hour from here rather than the UP. So now we got to stack all the pipe on there off of this trailer. Great. So we're going to have this guy pull out into the main part of the driveway out there where we got more room, so I can pull this trailer right up next to him rather than carrying him so far. Do you know how good a video it would have been to see us try and lift this thing up and have this guy back under it? Oh, that would have been awesome. Sorry, guys. It's stupid and not safe, but it would have been lots of fun to try. Pipe trailer's empty. We got a few clamps we got to get on yet. I'm excited that that stuff is leaving. Wasn't expecting the snow here. We've had, an inch of snow or so this morning. But it's not windy. And it's really not that cold, so yeah. Moving irrigation pipe in the snow. Who would have thought? But it's done. It's gone. Alright, now that our pipe is gone, Brock's here. He's changing fluids and oils and all the stuff in the backhoe. Gonna get that going. I'm gonna put this transmission cover back on, and we're gonna put this tractor back in the corner for a while. I would imagine. I need to go check on my engine. That's what I need to do. Figure out what's going on with that. But we need to get it out of the middle of the shop floor here. So I bought a bucket of oil, and we're gonna put that oil in here. We're gonna put a little bit of some silicone gasket or whatever, our sealant stuff that they sent me on there, and we're gonna put that cover back on. I'm not 100% sure how much is supposed to be in here. The one thing that I had read said 16 quarts, but that's only 4 gallons, and I definitely took more than 4 gallons out of it. So we're just gonna start with a bucket and see how it looks. This might take a minute. As long as it's not running out the bottom, we're doing it right, right? I don't know.
Remember, it held more than 5.
That's what I said. It definitely had more than 16 quarts, which is what I read. Here's the thing, guys. This is a 70-some-odd-year-old, almost 80-year-old tractor that is going to see very, very little use and no hard use. And so any oil at all is probably sufficient. It's probably going to be fine. I'm not too worried about it. That's assuming it ever even runs again, which is, I mean, I hope so, but it's not a given at this point. Well, there's 5 gallons. It's some oil. Got the surfaces all cleaned up. We're ready for some sealant. It is lunchtime, so we're going to go and do that. We'll check on Brock over here. Brock changed our cab air filter. I just watched him do that. He's got the engine oil draining. Got to do the rest of these filters and stuff here yet. How's it going?
We're getting it done.
Brock has, oh gosh, filthy. Brock is, well, he's all grown up now. He moved out of his parents' basement this weekend.
Yeah, I'm poor.
He's poor. Brock bought his first house. Congratulations, Brock.
Thank you.
Got moved, so.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you.
All right, I am back from lunch, and I think we need a little more oil. That's what I got to figure out. Okay, I was gonna say we're ready to put the cover back on, but we're not quite ready to put the cover back on. We gotta finish putting oil. We can add oil later, but that's what we need to do. How's it going? Making progress? Changing filters. Fuel filter? Okay. I was reading in the book. Did you confirm that it says it uses 15W40 in the hydraulic system? Is that correct? Or just the high guard? Is the transmission different? High guard is hydraulic oil. I thought it said somewhere that it used 1540 in the hydraulic or transmission system or something. Okay. Well, one of my chemical fertilizer salesmen stopped by, needed me to fill out some paperwork, so I worked on that for a little bit. Had to come off and take a filter off for Brock because he couldn't get it. Not strong enough. He comes in and says he's looking for a specific type of filter wrench, and I said, "Well, just take the filter off." And he says, "Well, I'm not strong enough." I said, "Okay, I'll do it." And I did. Anyway, yeah, it's this one. It goes up underneath there. We've got the new one here. Surprisingly, a Deere filter came in a white box, or in a Deere box as a white filter, ZF brand. Anyway, I know Deere doesn't make their own filters. They're almost always black, so surprised to see a white one. So I'm letting that drip and drain a little bit there. So this backhoe has a separate transmission versus hydraulic reservoir. The transmission oil is high guard. It is the stuff that we have bulk hydraulic oil up there in the tanks. The hydraulic oil, though, for the hydraulic system, meaning the cylinders and everything on the loader and the backhoe, actually uses plus 52 15W40 engine oil, which is surprising. And I would be shocked if my dad has ever put that in as top-off oil. It's probably gotten high guard and it's blended at this point. So it's a 2,000-hour change. We're at 4,000 hours on the backhoe. When we bought this, we were basically at 3,000 hours, and they did all of the 1,000-hour stuff then. We don't know if they changed hydraulic oil or not at that point, but given that it takes like 10 gallons and we're at the 2,000-hour mark at a 4,000, we're just going to go ahead and change it. So Brock's got to lower the loader down in order to do that, and the backhoe, apparently we got to have it in a specific spot, but in order to do that, we figured we better not start it without oil in the transmission, and so that's why we got to do the filter that we're working on, and it's all got to be done in the right order. Also, you'll notice the cutting edge on our bucket up here. Yeah, that's a problem. That's Dad cracked it off the other day, and I had noticed the last time that this was in here that it was cracked. Sorry. Much like this one is cracked, but I came back in a couple days later, and it was gone. It's laying on the bench over there, so Dad thinks he can weld it together. So I think we're going to take that off of there and Get the grinder and the welder out. And, well, what do you got to lose? It's already broken. You might as well try, right? We rolled the tractor a little bit to coat all those gears in oil. And, yeah, it sticks. It's very sticky. I'm trying to look up a capacity. And everything I find, or a couple places I found that say 16 quarts, which is only 4 gallons. I've already put 5 in. So maybe we're good. Maybe I don't need any more. Okay, well, after consulting the operator's manual and everything else I can find, 16 quarts, which means we got a little extra oil in there, but I don't think that will cause any problems whatsoever based on what I am seeing. So, it is time to put the cover back on the transmission, seal it up, and look at it again in another 60 to 80 years. Okay, we got some sealant on there. Now I should be able to set that cover on and smash it down and put some bolts in. I am fully aware that, there was a gasket in there. It's in pieces right here. And that I should probably be trying to make a gasket. And I know you can buy cork or rubber or whatever the material is, felt paper, whatever, to make the gaskets. I've tried making gaskets before. I'm really bad at it. I don't know how to do it effectively and be very good. And this seems like it will work just fine. I don't know why this sealant wouldn't work. And so I decided to go this route with it rather than trying to make a gasket. If it renders my 80-year-old tractor useless, well, my fault, but I don't think that's going to be the case. So it is what it is. We'll be fine here. Oh, back over to the backhoe job because Brock's muscles, again, needs my help. Somewhere, oh, right there. We got to get the drain, this plug out of there. We gotta get that plug out of there. See what we can do. We got it. I got it broke loose. How much oil is gonna come out of here and how fast? That is a good question. The answer is gonna be a lot, but not super fast. My hand's all dirty. Okay, get ready to switch buckets. Okay, that's draining. It shouldn't overflow that bucket. I think we're good. Okay, we're making some progress here. We've got that plate back in place. I got it sort of smashed down, but I haven't tightened any of the bolts up yet. We got our gear shifter back in. Again, we got to tighten up the bolts yet. And I got this front plate back in because the bolts for the front go through that. I was short bolts. I'm like, what is going on? I can't figure it out. Well, they go to that plate, or they were in that plate and go through it. And yeah, anyway. And then we've got the foot guard for the belt pulley there with all of the stuff that we need for that. So I think we can tighten everything down except for these ones where this piece is, because that is where that cultivator lifter. I want to call it a 3-point hitch. It's not a 3-point hitch. It's just a lifter. And I don't really think it's hydraulic, but it is oil driven off of that gear pump over there. Anyway, we can tighten the rest of the bolts down. So I'm going to work on that. Okay. Tightened up all the bolts. I put some washers on a couple of these ones so I could just so I could smash that down good and get it to seal up. There's a little bit of that sealant oozing out kind of all the way around. I made it heavier on the outside than the inside, trying to, I don't really want it squeezing out on the inside, right? I just, on the outside is fine. But yeah, we got our shifter in place. 1, 2, 3, 4 gears, which 3 forward, 1 reverse, so it goes into all of them. And yeah, cool. I want to put it in gear and see if we can roll it and make the engine shaft turn up there. We couldn't do that before because that pump, I think, was holding me up. So but that takes care of the transmission. The next thing I want to do to it is, I think we're gonna have to pull this apart, clean this up a little bit better, and look at it, pull these bolts out of this side, at least take that cap off, and then see what we've got in there, get the oil changed in it anyway. But yeah, we're in great shape here. Look at that. Moves the engine, turning the belt pulley. Sweet. Hand powered. I can turn it, make it roll. Yeah, not easily. I don't produce 14 horsepower. Do you need my muscles again? Okay, good. I don't have 14 horsepower apparently. Okay, I am fairly aware that now is the time to sandblast and paint this while I've got it all tore apart down to the frame here. However, I want to make it run first, and I don't have my engine, and I'm not going to do it right now. I've decided we're going to make this thing run. We're not going to make it pretty for now. There's enough paint left on here that I'm comfortable with it. It's never going to sit outside. So it's going to have to wait on paint. Someday maybe we'll do that. Someday maybe when my kids are in high school, my boys will make it a project to restore this tractor. But for now, I want it to run. Well, it works. He must have got hydraulic oil back in it. Now we just got to fix the cutting edge. Good work, Brock. Stealing my Dr. Peppers, though. I don't know about this.
That's why I do it.
That's why you do what? Oh, you got a leak?
No.
Oh, you're out of oil. Well, yeah. Got to run it through the system. All right. Brock has got our backhoe pretty well done, other than we got to do that cutting edge yet on the bucket. Major service interval there with doing the hydraulic oil and everything else, but yeah, it looks good. So might be back tomorrow. I told him to let's clean it up a little bit, clean the cab out, power wash it, and it's not a tractor. It's not going to get as babied as their tractors because we use it all the time, even through the winter, and so it's just going to get dirty again real fast. But we can still clean it up a little bit and take care of stuff and look at it. So this project moving along a little bit. I'm happy to get that all back together. I would still like to mess with this thing a little bit, take that apart, put it back together, change oil in it, whatever, set that back on top of there, and then that's probably as far as we're going to make it on this tractor for a while. But we'll see. So tomorrow, I have an interesting day. Tomorrow is my speaking event up at the Michigan Manure Summit. So I'll be up there in the afternoon to talk about stuff. And like I said, I'm going to try and film that for you and make that tomorrow's video. I don't know how that's going to go, if I'll be able to, if I won't. I don't know, but we're going to try and see how that goes. Also tomorrow, there's a fairly substantial land auction happening just to the north of us here. The land is all I don't know, 6 to 8 miles away from here to the north. There's actually a seed customer of mine that passed away here this fall, and they're having an auction selling off all his ground, 800 and some acres. It's a big one. We're probably not interested in buying any because we bought one this fall already, and this stuff's a little bit farther away, and so yeah, we're probably not buyers, but we're gonna go. We're gonna see. I bet we'll have a number. And I'm interested to see how it's going to go. And yeah, so it's a pretty crappy situation. The guy that was farming it that passed away here this fall, he got cancer and died within a month of his diagnosis. Like, it happened very fast and it was kind of a big shock. But anyway, so we've got that auction that we're going to go to. So we won't be doing a whole lot of shop work around here between those two events tomorrow. So hopefully I can film my presentation for you guys, and you'll get that. But otherwise, we'll see you on Thursday. So thanks for watching today. Oh, one more big thing. Not today, but tomorrow, when you guys are watching this, most likely tomorrow, is January 31st. Happens to be my sister's birthday. So happy birthday, Anna. She's still out there in Iowa doing pretty well. Learning new stuff, doing different new opportunities popping up all the time for her. So happy birthday. And yeah, we'll see you guys when we see you.